What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the At the Horn podcast. My name is Sammy, and I'm joined with Evan Levine. And I just am calling on an emergency podcast here after the Giants took down the mighty Seattle Seahawks in Seattle, 17-12 on the road. Quite possibly the biggest victory in, oh my gosh, definitely 4 years, arguably since the Super Bowl. This is the biggest win I can't even imagine. I'm just going to kind of ramble on here, but just give you my thoughts. This is just incredible. We're firmly in first place in the division. Depending on how Washington does tomorrow, we could be a full game up with 4 to go, which is just huge. And considering we have the tiebreaker over Washington, they basically would have to gain 2 games on us and 4 games to pass us. So this win was absolutely just phenomenal. And I want to go into why I think the Giants won. I don't think it's really hard to, if you watch the game, figure that out. Their defense played the best game of the season by far. Maybe one of the best defensive performances by any team all season, in years maybe. Leonard Williams, multiple sacks. Everyone was hating on that acquisition, including me last year. Giving up a third-round pick seemed ridiculous, but Leonard Williams this year has came absolutely live. Up to around 8 sacks. The dude was balling, creating pressure all over the field. I want to give credit to everyone who rushed the passer today. Carter Coughlin, the rookie, Jabal Sheard, the veteran, Cam Brown, Dexter Lawrence, Dalvin Tomlinson, B.J. Hill, Tay Crowder had a sack. I could be forgetting guys, but like everyone put a ton of pressure on Wilson today, and he felt uncomfortable the entire game. You give a lot of credit to Coach Judge, Patrick Graham, the defensive coordinator. And I just cannot believe how we were able to pull this game out, especially being down at halftime 5-0, just giving up the block punt. It seemed like, okay, there's no chance we can actually win this game. With Colt McCoy at QB, how are we going to be able to even score 5 points? But credit the defense, giving us good field position. In the ground game, absolutely powered their way to victory. Wayne Gallman had the best game of the year. Alfred Morris got in the end zone twice. 2 big touchdowns. The line played out of their minds. With the new offensive line coach in place, I'm going to botch his name, Coach Guglielmo, De Guglielmo. I don't know even how to say his name. But since he came in last week, they've had 2 just terrific performances. That offensive line just dominating. The Seattle defense isn't great, but nonetheless, it was just an impressive win how they were able in the second half just to run down their throats. I thought Colt McCoy, for the most part, did what he had to do. We all know Colt McCoy isn't terrific. He's a backup QB for a reason. But he only made one mistake, really, a turnover that arguably wasn't even his fault. He protected the football. He made a couple of gutsy throws on that last drive to run the clock a little bit to Ingram and to Slayton on a slant route. I just think everyone did their job today. They executed it what they had to. On defense, Bradbury gave a couple completions, but for the most part, I think Bradbury was pretty solid. Jabril Peppers, oh my gosh, I forgot to talk about Jabril Peppers. Jabril Peppers all over the field. That dude should be in the Pro Bowl, along with like 5 other guys on the Giants defensive unit. Leonard Williams, obviously, Dalvin Tomlinson, Blake Martinez, their star linebacker, and of course, Bradbury and Logan Ryan. So, yeah, their defense is just unbelievable. I'm just so happy. On behalf of all the Giants fans on this podcast, Anthony and Nick, we want to congratulate the Giants. We're firmly now in the race for a playoff berth. We got to hope Washington loses tomorrow night, and I'm just super thrilled. I can't believe how this team has turned around under Coach Judge. Just the different – it's arguable that the personnel is worse than last year in terms of the guys on the roster. But Coach Judge and his staff getting the most out of these players. Nico Lelos, forgot to mention him. Squad guy with a turnover in 2 straight games. Just the most that he's gotten out of these guys is just unbelievable. He's turned every single guy into this team. They're overachieving, which is fine, and he's getting the most out of these guys and playing at a level that we could never even anticipated. I mean, think about it. Cam Brown, Carter Coughlin, and Tay Crowder, 3 rookies, all drafted 6th and 7th round. Think about these guys in Week 15 are playing huge football down the stretch, making all the right plays. They're clearly taught well. I can't say enough about how much I'm thankful for Coach Judge and his staff for turning this team around, for making us Giants fans believe it has been a tough last decade, with an exception to 2016. This team has been abysmal. I've been on the record saying I think we're also one of the most unlucky teams in terms of how we lose games. You think about multiple 60-yard field goal losses in the past. Just bad penalties. I can't thank Coach Judge enough for turning this whole culture around. You can feel the vibe turning. More guys I want to shout out. Isaac Yadam, the second cornerback, played great, had a couple pass breakups. Everyone, they all played out of their minds. We're in first place. We're a full game up in first place. The whole division's really, maybe except for Washington. It's hard not to be excited that we have a legitimate shot at making the playoffs, something that has not been the case for the past 4 years. And even in 2016, we got blown out in the playoffs. So I'm just so happy to be a Giants fan right now. I'm so thankful for this team. I love this team. It's the most fun team we've had in a long time. I called on this podcast just to share my immediate thoughts. I know I rambled on here, but yeah, I had to get this all out. I want to get it on video for you guys to listen to my pure just enjoyment and excitement. And to all the Giants fans out there who are listening, let's go. We believe we stuck with this team, and now our dedication is paying off. So thank you guys so much for listening. For everyone who listens on a daily basis, not just to these podcasts, the emergency ones, but just any podcast in general. We appreciate you. We're going to keep pushing out more podcasts, more content. We love doing it. So thank you once again. We'll talk to you next time. Go Giants. Peace.